Why, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I know people are going, weren't you live already, girl, yesterday? And you're live again today? Well, to everyone on the replay, I'm going to do my beauty picks for the week. And if you're around, if I can find me, am I live right now? Yes, I am. So happy Sunday. I'm trying to find myself. Here I am, right here. Here we go. We dare. Got it. We're good. Okay. I should probably turn myself down. Okay. Um, why isn't this working? Move over. What? Oh, hi, Martine. How are you? You're just getting a tan. Good for you, love. Is it nice and sunny out there today? I was on the patio earlier, but our sun comes around about 2 o'clock. So that's when it gets really hot for us. So I'm sure it's going to be crazy if I go out there now, but it's nice and hot and sunny. That's good. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to people who celebrate Father's Day. I'm going to be using a Tarte Double Duty primer today. I'm picking my beauty picks. I like to do this live because it's not so boring going through my beauty picks. But other than that, how you guys doing? What's new? We're just literally chilling today. It's our anniversary today, so we're just chilling. Ian's parents. I better take off my sunglasses. I don't need them on my head. My my hair is still wet from the shower. So Ian's parents are ordering us dinner. So we're gonna go and pick up our crab legs for dinner. So I'm having my captain's boil for dinner. So that's what we're doing. And then once I'm done filming, I still have all that laundry to do. So I have to do that and clean up the house because it's a huge mess. My house is in a huge mess. Like, there's chocolate ice cream on my kitchen. It's chocolate ice cream. Looks like it. It could be maybe chocolate icing from the cupcakes that we brought home for the kids from Niagara Falls. But there's stuff all over my kitchen floor. The bathroom's a mess. It's like, I'm going, I want to get it done because, the work week starts tomorrow and it's just going to be a crazy week at work, right? So that's my plan for today. We are going to be using for the week the Wet n Wild Dewy Buff Bisque Foundation. That's exciting. This is a good thing about doing this is that I pull out items that I don't often reach for and I get to use it. So what was the primer again? Tarte Double Duty. Okay. Where are you? Tarte Double Duty. Do I even have that left or did I use it all? So I have my little drawer full of my primers. I got one of those, I don't know, makeup thingies with the drawers and stuff. And then I got the little turnaround thingy that I put my blushes, my foundations on. Then I got a whole bunch of brushes on my desk. Lipstick containers. I need a bigger desk. I need a bigger desk, or I need some good storage behind me. That's what I need, because I don't have that much stuff left anymore. You ordered a Pure Cosmetics summer. Oh wow, they have the summer mystery bags out. How much was it? I might want to grab one of those. I remember when I first started getting boxes, Pure had mystery bags. We're talking like 4 years ago, and I think Pure was probably the first mystery bag I ever bought. Pure and Ofra. Those two were like the first mystery bags I ever bought. But I remember Pure. So I'm going to check into that and see how much was it, love? God, why don't I have this primer? Double Duty primer. Maybe it's all gone? Pour, VDL, La Masqua. This is Tarte, but it's Quench. VDL. First Aid Beauty, e.l.f. Did I use all that primer up? I must have used all of that primer up. Do I have another one? somebody on our Facebook page, look at this is awful. Somebody on our Facebook page had said they got the coconut, First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer Moisturizer in their BoxyCharm box. And I was like, it's an OG primer for me. I love this primer. And I didn't realize how many I had. Isn't that insane? But I love this primer. This is really good if you got dry skin. And if I'm using like a natural finish foundation. So these two I've never opened. And I got two that I leave in here that I've opened. But man, I don't have that primer. I got a Tatcha Dewy one in here. Well, now, I guess I used up all of that primer then. I gotta pick out another primer. I didn't think I was done with that primer though. Well, here we go. It was $30 Canadian and shipping was $15, but with code TRENDMOVED you got it shipped total $35. And is that 35 Canadian dollars or 35 US dollars? Because if it's Canadian, it's a great deal. Oh, it was in US. So 35. So that's, how much would you say? That's, how much did it come out to in Canadian? Bloody hell, I don't have that darn primer. Okay, I guess I got to pick out another primer. All right, Tarte Double Duty. I don't have you anymore. I used you all up. I love it when you get a when you get a mystery bag and it's a good mystery bag, you know, because I know we had bought some mystery bags. Oh, Unicorn Glow is what I'm going to use. The primer, I got that. We had bought some mystery bags, I'm telling you, especially from Ofra. That was some real duds. Oh my God. But I've also gotten some good mystery bags from Ofra too. The last mystery bag I got from Ofra was really good. Okay, Lisa. I am struggling here today with primers. Where's my Unicorn Glow? I know I'm not done with that. This is Smashbox. What the heck is going on? Unicorn Glow. I guarantee you it's... There it is. Lord have mercy. I'm struggling here today. And it was the Wet n Wild, right, that I'm using. The Buff Bisque Wet n Wild. That's Nude Ivory. This is Wet n Wild, I think. Right. Wet n Wild foundation for the week. I have two. I have the Nude Ivory and I have the Buff Bisque. So I usually use this one in the winter time, and this one here would be more like summertime. What a difference though it looks like, doesn't it? In the shades, right? So this is what I'm using this week. $46 Canadian. Now, did it say what came with this, like full size, deluxe size items? Did it say anything like that in the mystery bag? Hello to the people here. I think there's, looks like there's 5 people here. Maybe some people are cooking. NARS Vanilla Concealer. Yay. I'm excited. I haven't used that in such a long time. Okay, guys. What am I doing with my bags here? Right. Okay. What did I just pick out? NARS. I need some new concealers. You know that? Like, this is the amount of concealers I have. And like this one here is almost running out. Yenza, this one's really thick, so I probably got years left for Yenza and the It Cosmetics, but I need some new concealers. What's your favorite concealer? I just like a concealer just to like brighten up my under eyes. So if you had a favorite concealer, which one is it? What are your favorite concealers? I want to try something new. Get a new concealer. 5 full-size items. Okay, I might have to look into that. I hope you get some really good stuff. Tarte Park Avenue Princess is the bronzer I'm using. Girl, I tell you, I have been searching and searching all over the Facebook pages trying to find that Tarte Cream Bronzer, the mini. This is the bronzer I'm using today. This is a cute little deluxe size. I mean, I've had this now, I think probably 2 years, you know. It's going to last a lifetime. But you see that dryness right there? I wonder if that makes any kind of a difference. No, not really. Once I swatch it, the dryness is now gone, right? But yeah, this is a nice bronzer. I love minis. But yeah, I've been searching all over Facebook pages, trying to find that Tarte cream bronzer. Cannot find it anywhere. Your favorite is from Tarte. Is it the Hydra Concealer? I have that one coming because it was an add-on for Ipsy. And I didn't order it on my USA Ipsy account, but then I thought about it and I went back in later on that day and I grabbed it from my the Canadian Ipsy account because I really do like that concealer because I had gotten a little sample size from Sephora. I think it was one of those, you spend $25, you get a free item. Poppy Blushing from the Chick Box is the blush I'm going to be using this week. Now this blush is really pigmented, crazy pigmented. So if you get this blush, I wonder how that box is doing, the Chick Beauty box. Really, really pigmented. Look at that. I wonder how that box is doing. I don't think I've seen much about them on Instagram. I know Cosmic had subscribed, I think, for that box. I wonder how they're doing because I don't think I've seen many updates about that box lately on Instagram. I hope they do well. It's a Canadian brand, right? A Canadian company. Catrice Luminous is the highlight I'm going to be using. It's awesome when I know where stuff is. I just seen that. Here we go. This is the, I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why I think I'll always be with Ipsy, because when they send you this deluxe size makeup, and I know some people love their full size, but for me, I love these minis. They're going to last you forever. Can't go wrong with it. Just the ordinary one. Oh, what was that called? The Shape Tape? The Tarte Shape Tape one? Is that the one you're talking about? ColourPop, I Think I Love You. That's the eyeshadow palette I'm going to use. That's what I pulled out last night on my live. All right, and mascara. Uh-oh, this is my last mascara, and it's Ico. And do I have that anymore? Let's see. I gotta have it, because you know, that Ico mascara you get in every single freaking box. I find at least twice a year you're going to be getting Ico mascara. That's a mascara, right? Yep. And I really like this mascara, but I find at least twice a year in Glossybox and in Look Fantastic, you're going to get that mascara. These are like my mini mascaras here. There's only a couple full-size mascaras, to be honest. I have 2. No, 3. I legit have 3 full-size mascaras, and the rest are all minis. I prefer minis. My drawer is full of mascaras, but they're all minis. I think minis are the way to go when it comes to mascara. What is this thing in here for? That's supposed to be there. What is that? From Ico, a lid gloss. We'll take it out and stick it right there. Maybe I'll use it one day on a look. Okay. All right. So we got our face pulled out. Woohoo. All right. Which foundation am I using? This one. I've been noticing lately I put on my moisturizer every day, right? Twice a day. Every time I wash my face, I have to reapply my moisturizer. Crackers, and I don't have any sunscreen out here. Crackers. But I've been noticing that if I put this Bobbi Brown Enriched Face Base, whatever it's called, just a little tiny bit, and I just got a deluxe size. I have to get another one. This is really good. That if I put just a little tiny bit on my face, and then I'll go ahead and put on my primer, and I'll, then put on my foundation. I don't know, it's like, what a difference with my foundation. I find that it applies better. It looks nice and healthy, you know, like a really nice natural finish. I know I don't need to apply this or to apply a primer after I use this vitamin and what is it called? Vitamin enriched. It's just too much. The face base. That's what I'm going to call it. Like, I know I don't have to go in after with a primer, but if I'm using, like, say, a foundation that's not dewy, I like to use a dewy primer, right? But, man, what a difference this, just by putting a little tiny bit of this on your face and then applying your foundation, like, such a big difference. I have to get another one. I'm going to have to go look on the Facebook pages and see if somebody is selling this mini for, like, I don't know, less than $10. And same thing with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which I never see that for sale on a Facebook page. If it is, it goes so fast. But yeah, if you have dry skin, see if you can get one of these and try it with your foundation. Such a difference. Am I behind here? No. Okay. Hello, everyone. I know there's some people here. Hi, how you doing? Maybe you're cooking dinner. Right. We're going to put on a little bit of the primer. I want to know, for the people watching, if you were to do your full face of makeup, and what would your favorite products be? Like for primer, foundation, you know, concealer. What are your absolute favorite products that you reach for? You know, let's say if you're going out, right? You got a date, or, you know, you're going to dinner or something fancy. You want to get dressed up. You want to look really good. What are going to be the, you know, the top brands and items that you would reach for when you go to do your full face? What are your absolute favorites? Because I know, like, when you get subscription boxes, you know, we get a lot of makeup, like tons of makeup that we can use every day. You know what I mean? But I know for me, like, if I'm going on a date or something like that with Ian, we're going out for dinner, or we got some event or something like that, I have my favorites that I reach for that I know looks good on me. I like the way my makeup turns out, like, every time. You know what I mean? And I've honestly found that, and I've done this before, I don't know about anybody else, but say you're going to an event or something, or dinner, family, outing, whatever it is, don't try something new. Because I've done this. I have, oh, I got this is new, and I would try to put it on my face, and it was an absolute disaster, and your husband's screaming at you because, you know, we got 15 minutes, you got to get out through the door, and here I am trying something new, and it's not working out. I've done that before, so don't do that. If you're going somewhere where you have, you know, like a limited amount of time to get ready, I wouldn't suggest trying something new that day. Bronzer. I think for me, if I were to do a full face of my favorite products, foundation, oh, that's a hard one because I have so many that I love. The bronzer from NARS is your favorite bronzer. Is it the Laguna bronzer, Martina? I have a NARS bronzer. It's called Laguna. I got a little mini. That's really good. I like that one. What would I say for primer for me, for favorite primer? Probably would be Tatcha Dewy, or the one I just used. I love this one, the Unicorn Glow. So if you see this on Ipsy, you know, as a choice or an add-on, you want a new primer, a dewy primer. This is really good. Seraphine Botanicals primer. I love that one. And my Yenza primer. So I think those are my 4 favorites. But if I'm going somewhere, I'm definitely pulling out the Tatcha one because I really do like that one. I think this is going to work. Foundation, that's a tough one. Oh my goodness. Foundation is a tough one because I have so many favorites now. I don't even know if I can tell you that I have an absolute favorite foundation. I love the two Guerlains. I love this one here, the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Plus Skincare. I love that foundation. I really like my Shiseido foundation, and I have two of those. I have the Radiant one and another kind. Wow, that's hard. I love the L'Oreal Age Rewind Serum foundation. I don't know. That's a hard one, and I love It Cosmetics, so I don't know. I guess it all depends on the day, right? Like, if my face weren't so red, I'd probably go in with maybe, oh my God, maybe the Estee Lauder, or L'Oreal. Oh, and then there's ColourPop. I love that foundation, the Hydra foundation. Oh, the Laguna one? Yep. I love that one too. That's a really, really nice bronzer. NARS got some good stuff. I don't really like NARS eyeshadows. The ones that I've tried from NARS, I didn't really like, and I've only tried a couple of eyeshadow palettes, but I did try. I thought they were kind of crappy, to be honest. But I like their bronzer. I do have a mini blush, but it's got shimmer in it, so I don't use it. I like a matte blush, but I know people love their blushes, right? Their concealer, love their concealer. Your new found is from Lara. I've never heard of that brand before. Laira. Oh, Laura Geller. Oh, which one is it? Is it that new, my God, my niece bought it. It's like was it a BB cream or a skin tint? Is it that one, the new one that she came out with? You know, I don't have anything from that brand. Nothing at all from that brand. And I watch, okay, I'm trying to do this very lightly, because if I find that when I'm putting foundation on, I bounce a little bit too hard into my skin. And because I do, my red spots come out. So, and I forget to be light on my first layer. So on my second layer, I try to go very lightly, because if I go very lightly, then I'm covering up the redness. But if I bounce too hard and press too hard in my skin, it's like I'm pressing it too much that the red's coming out. But this is a nice foundation. This is the Wet n Wild. Oh, wow. This is really nice. But honestly, I really think lately my foundations, every time I'm putting on that Bobbi Brown stuff before my foundation looks flawless. No matter what it is, it's looking amazing. I definitely need to get another bottle of that. I think it's just like the extra hydration. I remember watching Jeffree Star, and whenever he tries a new foundation, he always uses that Bobbi Brown one. So I'm thinking that guy, he knew what he was doing anyway. And I usually, like I said, I usually have one of those Bobbi Browns that I keep around just in case my face needs extra moisturizer that day. But now, I don't know, now I'm thinking that this just might be a staple into my foundation routine, like if I have time for it, right? It's the Quench Tint Foundation. Okay, they have a mini of that too. I think you can buy a deluxe size as well at Sephora of that. I'm going to have to give it a try. Because for me, like when I see a tint, right, foundation, every tint foundation I've ever tried never worked. It was like there was no coverage in it, except for the Balm, the one we got in Ipsy last month. I thought that had really good coverage. So I'm going to have to try that. My niece had bought it too. I'm going to have to ask her what she thinks of it. But yeah, I think they have a deluxe size in that. I'm going to have to put that in my cart. Okay, a little bit of concealer. So what are you having for dinner today? I know there's some people here. What are you all having for dinner? The people are quiet. I don't like silences. I hate watching a live and it's silent. It drives me nuts. So when I'm live, I try not to have a lot of silences because it drives me crazy. So my brain is always thinking of something next to say. I was watching, oh my God, there's like nothing to watch on TV. I'm sure there's tons of stuff to watch. But I end up being able to find one of my favorite shows. It's called The Midwife. It's a British show. Hi, Siobhan. How are you, love? How's your day going? What you doing? How was your weekend? What are you having for dinner? How's it going, buddy? What are you today? You got a full size from Ipsy and an add-on. Oh, really? So you got a full size Laura Geller Quench Tint Foundation from Ipsy. Oh, lucky you. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to try it. And Martine, does it leave like what's the finish of it? Is it a matte finish, a dewy finish, a natural finish? Definitely gonna have to try that. I used to think that I had a bad addiction to eyeshadow palettes, but I find for me it's foundation. I find if you go back and like look at all the things that I purchased from Sephora over the last couple of years, there's more foundations than there is eyeshadow palettes. You don't know what you're having for dinner tonight. Your boyfriend is not here at the moment. Oh, he's visiting his dad, and you don't know if he's going to be back for dinner. You know, on nights like that, like when Ian's at work and I don't want to cook, you know, I mean, I know that the kids are here and my nephew, right? But I'm like, to take out a pack of meat and thaw it out for just us when Ian's not there, it's a waste of taking out the meat because it's just me and my nephew who's going to eat it, right? Maybe Madison. It all depends on what it is. Savannah doesn't eat chicken. Like my oldest daughter does not eat chicken at all. Hasn't for years. I don't think she's ate chicken since she was like 3. She won't. She refuses to. But she loves beef, right? So on nights like that, it's either a bacon grilled cheese sandwich or bacon and eggs. Works every time. I love breakfast. Breakfast for dinner is one of my favorite meals, I think. You're very tired, so it's a quiet day. Were you working, Sayoban? Are you like binge watching anything on TV right now? It's a dewy and a glow finish. Okay, Martine, you got me sold. I need to try this out. And I know I can get a deluxe size at Sephora as well. I need to try this out now. You got me sold. I wonder, no, it's not in the add-ons. I know they used to sell it at Ipsy in their shop. I wonder if it's all gone, but it's always hard too to get your shade in that shop at Ipsy. So it's, you know, got to be an add-on on that day on the 2nd, right? When they have most of the different shades there. But I'm definitely going to be getting a deluxe size and giving it a try. As soon as you say anything's got a dewy and a glow finish, I'm all over it. I'm in. It's my favorite kind of foundation. All right, what am I going to wear here today? I need some new lip liners. I'm tired of my lip liners, I tell ya. Old ass, what is this Cargo Cosmetics thingy? What were you? Oh, it's an eyeshadow stick. Yeah, definitely need some new lip liners. Oh, maybe I'll try this one here. Revolution Beauty. Let's give this a try. I ordered 2 new lip liners from BoxyCharm. I went on Veronica's account because I don't get Boxy. And I think one was a bite-sized beauty lip liner and the other one was a Dominic Cosmetics lip liner. It was like $4 US or something, so it was a good deal. I had bought a Juvia's Place lip liner, a beautiful brown shade, and do you think I can find that lip liner? I cannot find it anywhere. I think I've only used it one time, and I have no idea where it's at. feel like I'm getting all dressed up to go to the store to get some milk. You were watching old episodes of Law and Order and Parks and Recreation. So Law and Order, the Special Victims Unit, or the old Law and Order? I've never watched Parks and Recreation. Never seen that show. And I know a lot of people love it too. I've heard a lot of people talk about it often. What am I trying to get here? No, I don't want that one. I want to use something different. What are you? God, I can't even pick that out. What the heck? My eyes are so bad. Couldn't even tell you what that company is right now. Do I want this shade? Let's see. Oh, that is pink. What did I just put on my lips? You know when the writing is so small, you can't pick it out? What the hell is this? Where did this come from? That is pink. I don't know if I like it. What do you think? I never wear this color, ever. I don't know. It's on now, so it is what it is. So you got the medium. You always get medium when there's a choice. Okay. And is it like medium neutral, or is there any cools for the undertones? I need a new show to watch. I started watching Master Chef, but it's only 3 episodes. And Call the Midwife is over, which kind of bummed me out because I'm expecting there to be another episode, but there was only 7. And it didn't seem like it ended off right. SVU, that's a great show, isn't it? You like it? I tell you, I never wear this color. Wow, that is pink. I don't even know where I got that lipstick from. I suppose it's not too bad, right? It's not like a crazy out there pink or anything. Everybody's different. Thank you, love. So are you binge watching it on Netflix? I need a new show to watch on Netflix. There's this website, and it's called Flixtor. And I know I've mentioned it before. Flixtor. And it has all of like the new movies out, but if you're not a member, you can only watch like say TV shows or movies that came out 3 months ago, right? But if you are a member, then you can go back years and watch it. And it's a bummer because they have like the newest releases out, like The Conjuring is out there, new releases of movies and stuff. But if you're not a member, and if all the members are on the site, then you can't watch it because the servers are full. So I'm like debating going, do I just sign up for it? I think it might be like $40. I don't know, $40 US or $30 US, something like that. But that's where I get like my shows, like say Call the Midwife is in the UK and we can't get it here. It's not going to come here in Canada until next year, right? Same thing as, what's the other one? Wentworth is in Australia. So if I wanted to watch Wentworth when people in Australia are watching it, I would go on Flixtor because it won't come here in Canada until the next year. So I'm debating, do I just go and sign up for this website? Because then I can watch all of the shows, all the new movies that are in, the theaters right now. Because right now on Rogers, if I wanted to go and watch the new Conjuring movie, to rent it, it's $25, obviously because the theaters aren't open, right? But this website has got these new freaking movies. Oh, I picked out this blush, didn't I? So I don't know, I've been looking on Netflix to try to get into something to watch, and nothing really stands out to me. So if you guys are watching something good on Netflix, let me know what it is, because I need a new series. Okay, we need a... Oh, bloody hell. I need a new blush brush because my other one is dirty. Oh, this is highlight. I don't want to use that one. I just want a little tiny brush. Is that hard to find? Oh, Lord. This one is dirty. Okay. All right. So which blush should I wear? It's a hard choice. What do you think? This one, or this one, or this one, or this one? We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. What number should I put on? They're all like they're beautiful blushes. But if you're a beginner and you get this palette in a box, go very, very easy because it's very pigmented. But I mean, the good thing about that too is that, you know, it's going to work for anyone's skin tone, right? I'm waiting. Somebody let me know, which one should I use? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Do, 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 do. Today. Number 1. Siobhan, you like number 1? I love that shade. That's a beautiful shade. Okay, so it's shade number, wait. Yeah, that's that one. Shade number 1. When I put it down, it's shade number 3. But yeah, that's the one we're going to use. It's a beautiful color, isn't it? This palette is so pigmented. Like, I got to be very, you see that? I literally look, you can see that there's not much on my brush. And look at the pigment. Like, that's insane, right? Okay, we're going to rub that in. Beauty color. You're under the sun. It's difficult to see. Oh, okay, love. Working on your tan. Are you sipping some margaritas? Are you having alcoholic beverages while you're under the sun? Wow, that pigment. Beauty. And that was like, this palette literally will last somebody a freaking lifetime because the pigment on it is so good. You just need a little tiny bit of that one. Okay, so we got some highlights. Once I get this video done, we have to go to the store. I have to get some milk. I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys, but in my house, a bag of milk, literally, it's here for like 2 days and it's done. I swear to God, every 2 days, we have to go and get a bag of milk. And I know if there's any Americans watching this on the replay, because I don't think you can get bagged milk in the States. So here in Ontario, because I don't think you can get bagged milk in Newfoundland. And I think Martine and you're here in Toronto, right? Just some iced tea at the moment. That's still yummy too. I wonder if you can get bagged milk in all of the provinces in Canada. I don't think you can in Newfoundland. I don't think you can get bagged milk. But anyway, there's 3 bags of milk. And you buy it at the grocery store or like any convenience store. How much, like for $4, is bagged milk $4? Is it $3.95 or $4.50? $4.95, I can't remember. But anyway, under $5, you get 3 bags of milk. Literally in my house, every 2 days, Madison loves her milk. And I pretty much only use milk for my tea or cereal because I can't drink a glass of milk. It hurts my stomach. But I have to put it in my tea and obviously have it in my cereal, right? Oh, you're in Quebec and you get bags of milk. See, I don't think you can get that in Newfoundland. Not in Alberta anymore. You had it until the early 90s. Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder what the other provinces are like. I remember when I first moved to Ontario, like it was crazy to things. Isn't it crazy how, from province to province, the things that you can get in one that you can't get in the other? Or just different sayings of stuff like back home we called pop, like Pepsi. Here, excuse me, it's called pop, right? But back home, it was called drink. I ran out of drink, or I'm going to the store to get some drink, or, can you get me some drink when you're at the store kind of thing. That's what we called it, drink, right? And then I came up here and learned that it was called pop. And then some other places, soda or pop is called soda. Like it's crazy, the different names on stuff for the same stuff. And prices of things. Because in Alberta, am I wrong, Siaban? In Alberta, things are expensive. Like to buy a house, is it really expensive in Alberta? And food and stuff like that? I know in Newfoundland, housing is relatively cheap, but food is really expensive. And gas. Food and gas, really expensive. Yeah, there is many differences from the provinces. That's right. Yep. Especially things, when you see those, maybe like a Facebook post or something on Twitter or a video, those what is Canadian or you're Canadian if kind of things. And every now and then, there's something there that I'm going, I never heard of that before in my life. It's sad. I think I've only been in three provinces in Canada: Ontario, Newfoundland, and Nova Scotia. That's sad. I would love to see all of Canada before I die, before I croak and hit the bucket. Because we have some beautiful scenery in this country. I'd also like to travel all of the states as well. Milk is about $2.50 for 1 liter of milk. Wow. So usually here for like a liter, right? Because I know for chocolate milk sometimes we can get that on sale for $1. A liter of chocolate milk we can get on sale for $1. Toronto was much cheaper last time you were there. Yeah. It's crazy, right? How prices are so different. Like even when you go to the States, Ian and I were talking when we are standing in front of the falls and looking across, and seeing the Americans on the other side looking over at us, and I'm like, it's crazy that this river is all that separates us, and it's just such two different countries, like so similar but yet so different as well. And all it is it's a river, like, you know what I mean?
We all can see that.
Are you showing me your butt?
Oh, showing you the moon.
The moon?
Both sides can see the same moon.
Oh, yes, so we can see the same moon. You're not going anywhere yet, right? Okay. Right, isn't that crazy though? And then, stuff is so much more expensive or cheaper. I don't know. Since COVID, prices of food, it's gone up terribly. I know. You're right. Oh my God. Like here, say here at No Frills, right? Or Walmart, toilet paper. Every week it's always been on special. You can get like 24 rolls or 32 rolls or 48 rolls for between $8 to $12 every week. And then COVID happened and everybody went crazy for toilet paper. And holy cow, you go and 16 rolls of toilet paper are now $24. Like they were legit doing that at some points during COVID. That's insane, right? And I mean, nobody's paycheck went up. Like my paycheck didn't go up, and I didn't get any extras because I worked during COVID. I know, like the government was doing or giving, like say nurses and stuff like that, a top up on their paycheck, weren't they? Like emergency care workers. My husband didn't get any extra top up. Now they were offered it, but his union said no. And I'm like, why would your union say no to that? You know, you guys are still working. So they were offered something, but apparently their union rep said no, which makes no sense to me. Um, but yeah, as an assistant, we didn't get anything like that. And there's so many other people that are out there working, you know, during COVID that didn't get that. Whatever they had, the government had something. What was it? If you were working during COVID, certain people, certain jobs got like a top up on their paycheck from the government, right? Am I right? We didn't get any of that, you know? And then the people who get CERB, $2,000 a month, what's that going to do? You know, like missing their paycheck, they're out of work. It's great that they got $2,000 a month. Like, that's great that our government did that, because I know in other countries, people were on their own. You know, you lost your job because of COVID. Too bad, sucks to be you, right? So, like, you know, kudos to our government for doing that. But I don't know how people survived. This is my I Think I Love You. This is the very first eyeshadow palette I ever bought for myself. Outside of like getting stuff in subscription boxes when I first started with makeup. And it's to this day, it's still my favorite eyeshadow palette. This one and my mini Natasha Denona nude palette. So I think if I were going to some special event, I would either choose this one or the Natasha Denona over any of my other palettes, hands down. Frontline workers, yeah, got extra credit. Exactly. Yep. But I mean, as for other people who are working, like, you know, say people in the factories that had to work, because some factories weren't shut down, right? Or I don't know about Canada Post. Did they get it? They had to still work at Canada Post. I don't know if they, but I mean, prices went up, you know, but a lot of people, their paycheck didn't go up and they still had to work, even if they were working at home. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, the price of things. I think it's ridiculous that, you know, we live in Toronto. I work for a specialist at a hospital. Ian's a firefighter, and we cannot get a house here in Canada. Like, that's insane. Or in Toronto, we can't buy a house in Toronto. Isn't that crazy? And, you know, when you see the prices of some of these houses that are really, really tiny and they're going for millions of dollars, it's insane. So if you want to buy a house, you literally got to drive 2 hours outside of the city to be able to afford something decent, right? I think the government should have stopped that, you know. Um, so Ian and I are thinking, well, we know we'll never be able to afford a house here in Toronto. So why don't we just go buy a cottage? And then I'm looking at cottages. Holy cow. They're just as expensive as a freaking house in Toronto. It's insane. Hi, Kelsey. Depends where you are. 2K goes much further, yes, in the Atlantic provinces than Ontario. That's true. That's true. Rent in Nova Scotia is getting crazy, right? Like, I know here now in Toronto for a one bedroom, from what I'm seeing, for a one bedroom, it's now priced between $1,400 and $1,600. You know, when we moved in here, we have a 3 bedroom apartment, like master bathroom, big. Our apartment is really, really big, right? My apartment is actually more square feet than what the top floor of my house was. So, like, we have a really big apartment. And when we moved in here, the price was, I think, 1,600. And we live in a really nice area as well, right? But now, if you were to move into this apartment now, like if we moved out and somebody came in, they're probably paying $2,300 for it. It's insane. And that's only in 5 years, you know, like the government really had to, they need to stop that, because we're not getting paid anymore, you know? The cost of living is crazy. I really felt bad for some of those people who had to take the CERB that, lived here in Ontario and the rent is, $1,500. And then there's all the other bills on top of that. You know what I mean? They still had to pay their insurances, your phone bill, your cable, your internet. You know what I mean? Like, plus food and all of your other expenses. I feel, I still feel for those people because a lot of those people, well, I don't know a lot. Is everybody back to work? No, they're not. Like in Niagara Falls, there was so many things still shut down. You know what I mean? So those people are at home waiting to go back to work. You bought your house at the end of 2018. Oh, 300,000 you can easily sell for 400,000. Yeah, insane, right? If you had bought that house here in Toronto in 2018 for 300,000, you'd be getting $1,000,000 for it now. It's insane. See how bad you can never buy a house, maybe a plot of land and put up a tent, right? Well, that's what I said to Ian when we were looking into, okay, well, let's see if we can buy a cottage, you know what I mean? And then I'm looking into it, and legit, no lie, cottages, 350 and up. That's what you're looking into. So I said to Ian, I said, you know what? Even if we buy a plot of land that is private, because we would like a cottage that's private, you know what I mean? It's just like we have neighbors, but it's down a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like your little bit of lake, trees around, build a little cottage, not that it's cookie cutter. So like there's cottages next door to you, just like living here in, on your street, right? So when I was looking at cottages, going, okay, well, that's going to be out of the question because we can't afford that either. They're so expensive. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's just see if we can find a plot of land. And I'm like, even if we buy the land, at least we got the property. And we'll put up a tent. That's literally what I said to him. We'll go put up a tent. And even if it takes us 10 years to eventually build our cottage on that land, at least we got the land. You know? But that's even hard to find, a plot of land that's affordable. Because now a plot of land is like $100,000. It's insane. In hindsight, I'm like, I wish we had done this when we were younger. So for all of you younger people out there right now, if you have the opportunity to, go get some land now before the prices are jacked up. Can you imagine what it's going to be like, in 10 years? Like imagine my kids here in Toronto trying to buy a home when they're 25, 30 years old. In 15 years, they'll never be able to do it unless they win the lottery or, if they have such a great career that they're making a couple $100,000 a year. I don't even think, I know $100,000 a year can't afford a house here in Toronto. So I don't know how people do it. Like when I see young people buying houses in Toronto, I go, how did you do that? Who's helping you? My parents are poor, Mom is almost 70 years old. She bakes on the side because her pension, my mom's pension and my dad's pension combined is $1,800 a month combined. And my dad worked for the government of Newfoundland since I was in grade 9 until he retired, so he got a pension from the government, but not a great pension. And because he was illiterate, people were starting doing his job, but they got a higher pay raise because they had more education, and which was sad. He was the senior man on the job, but because he was illiterate, he couldn't go and do the courses that they would offer that would help him get a better pay rise, that would move him up in the ranks, kind of thing. So, and that's really sad, but he knew everything about the department that he worked on. Like he was the person, he trained everybody, you know what I mean? So that's just sad, right? That his pension never went up because his paycheck never went up because he lacked the education. That's just, it breaks my heart. So Mom, who's almost 70 years old, is baking on the side to help with their income, you know? But she also loves it too. So, and she says like when the day comes that if she wakes up and she just don't want to do it anymore, then she's going to stop. But right now she's loving baking. She's doing really well. Her stuff is actually a new butcher shop opened up at home. And the owners, two young boys who own the new butcher shop, had asked mom if she would put her baked goods in their store. And her stuff is just flying off the rack, right? So she's doing really, really well. It's just, I'm like, Mom, you're almost 70 years old. I think she's like 69. She'll be 70 next year. So I don't know. I'm like, you need to slow down. But then again, they say if you slow down, you're done. You know what I mean? So, but I can just imagine what it's going to be like for us. You know what I mean? When it's our time to retire. Like, thank God Ian's got a pension. I don't. It's crazy, right? So if you're young right now, if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, and if you get offered a job with a pension, take it. Oh my God, take it. I think that's one of my biggest regrets is leaving a job that offered a pension when I was in my 20s. Because I could have been like almost retired. I could have retired at 55. You know what I mean? So if you're offered a job right now in your 20s and your 30s, take it. Because let me tell you something, when you get older, you're not getting much from the government. Like, I'm screwed. When I go to retire, I have barely anything coming in. Luckily, Ian has his pension. No, Canada pension is nothing. It's absolute, it's peanuts. It's literally peanuts. So, like, I don't know. I'm debating on what to do with my job right now because my boss is going half time at the hospital come September. So my paycheck is going to go down, right? So I'm debating on, what I want to do because I can go work for the hospital if I want to. And then that's a pension, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so I can work there for 20 years, retire when I'm 65 or almost 20 years, and have some kind of a pension. But I'm telling you, for those of us, who don't have a pension and we're in our 40s or our 50s, I don't know what's going to happen to us when we're, ready to retire. Like, I find it so sad when I'm talking to a patient on the phone and they're 76 years old and I'm trying to book their appointment and they say, I can't, I'm working. And I'm like, you're 76 years old and you're working? You know what I mean? And there's so many, like there's so many Canadians who are in that position. And I know we got it good compared to other countries. Like we do, we have it really good, right? But we don't have it great. I was reading this thing, it was on Twitter, and it was talking about Europeans coming to America and the differences that they found. And someone had said one of the things was seeing somebody in their 70s working as a cashier at a grocery store. And they just thought that was just awful. Like, why are you working at that age, right? And it's the same thing here in Canada. Canada pension is peanuts, literally peanuts, right? I don't know what the exact amount is. What is it, like $600 a month? I'm not sure what the exact amount is, but who can live off of that, Imagine if you don't own your home and you got to pay rent. So, yeah, I'm kicking myself in the butt, I tell you. Because I had a job in my 20s that offered pension, and I left it. And I don't even think I worked there long, like a month or something, but I mean, these things you don't think about when you're 20 years old, right? But luckily, my husband's going to have a good pension. So I'm going to live off of his pension. But that's not much living either, I don't know, it's insane. Or we all just go and continue buying lottery tickets and hope for the best. Oh, did anybody win? What was it? Lotto Max had what was it, $70 million or something like that. Did anyone win the 70 million? I don't know if it was $70 million and was it $101 million winners? I know I told Ian to buy tickets. We haven't checked it. But can you imagine, where is all that money going? You know, all those people buying the lottery tickets. So OLG, which is the government, right? They're making a lot of money. Where is it going? How are we still in debt? Nobody won. You won $4. Well, girl, you won. That's good. You won $4, right? And I'm assuming you probably got another ticket with the $4. So who knows? Maybe that's the winner next week. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't know what the heck I would do with $70 million. I said to Ian the other day, all I need is $2.5 million. That's it. I just want $2.5 million. Because, you know, $1 million don't do much these days. I can't even buy a house. Like, in our area, I can't buy a house for $1 million. Everything is like $1.2 million or $1.3 million in the area that I live. So I'm like, I can't buy a house in the area that we live, and we love this area for $1 million. So 2.5. If I had $2.5 million, I can buy a house, I can buy a car, pay off our bills, and put some money in the girls' accounts, and we're good, you know? And maybe retire on $2.5 million. Isn't that crazy, though, when you think about it? Like $1 million. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not these days. Nobody won it. Oh, my goodness. So what is it going to be next week, then? Like, are they going to have, you know, a $90 million? Is that the highest it's ever been? I don't think I've ever heard. Like, I know it went to 50 million before. Can you imagine just being told, hey, you just won $50 million. What the heck do you do, right? I think I'd go run and hide. Who's the first person you would call if you won $1 million or more? If you won the lottery, I think they pick it again on Tuesday. I had to fix my mascara because it was kind of clumping on the end with that Ico one. Just on this side, though, 70 million and 70 max million prizes. Wow. So that's what it's going to be on Tuesday, right? Because I thought they only drew for the Lotto Max on Fridays, but somebody had said that they now draw on Tuesdays. Is that right? I need a blender. Why does that look off? You see that? Dirty bugger. It looks dirty. Can you see that little blotch right there? Maybe that'll fix it. Yeah, on Tuesday. Wow. So let's say if you got tickets and you check it and you're the winner of $70 million, what do you do? What's the first thing you do? Who is the first person that you call if you won $70 million? I think if Ian's not with me, he's the first person I'd call. And I definitely tell him to go next to my nephew so we can tell my nephew. And I don't think I would, I don't know, I don't think I would make any phone calls right away and let other people know. Because, you know, it's kind of scary, right? I tell my mom. See, I tell my mom, but my mom can't keep a secret. Like, she literally can't keep a secret. So if I called my mom and said I won $70 million, her whole family would know. And she's got 16 siblings. So all of those kids would know. It would be Air Canada. Yeah. I think that's what Ian and I had talked about. I think everybody's talked about this before. What would you do? And it was, we would just get on the next plane take some time and figure out what we would do, right? And I had said to him, well, if it happens this summer, I think we should go buy a cottage and stay at the cottage for the summer. And then while we're at the cottage, look for a house or get on a plane and go somewhere. Where would you go, Siobhan? Where's the first place you would go? I definitely would be going to some island somewhere. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I'm sending out positive vibes to everybody. If you don't win the 70 million, I hope you win the 1 million. Positive vibes going to everybody. I need to get some tickets. I don't have any tickets. Wouldn't it be cool if you won like 2 or 3 max millions? Because it could happen. Right. Okay, everyone. My makeup is done. I'm going to go now and dream about winning the lottery. Don't forget to get your tickets if you don't have any, because we're sending out positive vibes, especially you guys on the replay. Get your tickets. Positive vibes. Who knows what could happen, right? Cuba, Dominican, Barbados, somewhere similar. Yep. Oh, yep. I think we would definitely go probably Dominican, because one of our favorite resorts is in Dominican. Definitely. Just go and chill. Ah, what a dream. What a dream that would be. Oh, somebody's sending me, asked me to a party. Okay, cool. I just got invited to a party. That never happens in my life. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great week. Stay cool. Put on your sunscreen. And good luck with the lottery. Somebody who's watching is going to win. I can feel it. I can feel it right now.
Have a great day.
Bye, everybody. Maddie, what will we do if we win the lottery?
First